Hi, Louise again from Opal People Solutions, and today we're going to talk about some templates that it would be very useful to support employee conversations. I have Michelle with me here again, who, like any growing business, has probably focused a lot on the growth of the business and now wants to understand what other templates she should have at her disposal.
Thank you so much, Louise, for having me. And you're right. I suppose for us as a business, we've really focused on our growth and our business side. And HR has been something that we really need to start to develop and grow, especially as we've taken on staff. So, we do have contracts of employment. We've looked at our employee handbook and policies and procedures. Is there really anything else we should be considering at this stage?
Michelle, of course, there are a number of templates that you could have that would be very, very useful in helping you and structuring conversations with employees. I don't pretend that I'm going to go into all of them, but if I take it kind of from the start of the employment relationship, you're obviously in the recruitment phase, so you might want to have a bespoke application form. Obviously, I think you said that you have about 10 employees now. Once you reach the threshold of 11 employees, you're going to be required to register with the Equality Commission. So we'll need to start monitoring the religious composition of your workforce. And there's probably some other indicators that you should look as well, maybe disability, sex, ethnicity, race, those sorts of things. Into the employment relationship, it's always a good idea to have a health questionnaire from the start. UK have now left Europe, puts an extra obligation on you to make sure that employees have the right to work in the UK. So we can help you with some checks there to ensure that you are legally compliant and avoid the hefty fees that go along with employing people from who don't have the right to work in this country. When we get into the full employment relationship, it is essential that you carry out probation reviews. So many clients put the probation in the contract of employment and then don't do the next bit, which is actually to assess performance during the probation period. So that I would absolutely recommend that you have that in place, and you're carrying out a review after 1 month, after 3 months, after 5 months again. You're into then what probably traditionally would have been known as the annual appraisal. We've moved away from that and we're now engaging in real-time reviews, but there are certainly documents that would be supportive of that conversation. That may then lead to a performance improvement plan or a personal development plan. So again, templates are useful in that case, and some outcome letters might be appropriate for you that you can tailor to exactly the situation that you were dealing with. Another area is on attendance. It is very good practice to carry out return to work interviews when an employee has been absent for any period of time, as much to welcome them back and make them aware of anything that they've missed while they've been absent, but also it is a tool for managing absence should they reach an eventual trigger point in your absence control policy. There is also employees regularly go AWOL, and it's useful for you to, again, have a template suite of letters that you can send if that happens to you. There's all sorts of leave requests that you might have in place, so holiday requests, maybe requesting maternity leave, requesting paternity leave. And then finally, at the end of the employment relationship, it's a good idea to carry out an exit interview. So do you understand what that employee's reason for leaving? And there may be some things that they can suggest that might make the organisation better for other employees, and some things that you weren't previously aware of that are easy fixes.
That sounds like a lot of work, and a lot of templates and a lot of, I suppose, conversations that need to happen
Yeah.
with employees. And, as an employer, that is a lot of work. Is there a way that Open People Solutions can help, I suppose, with those templates, but also maybe structuring those conversations as well?
Again, Michelle, it's very much up to the client and what their needs, and we can determine that by listening to those conversations. Some clients are incredibly confident having conversations with their employees, but they just want some means of recording that conversation. Some clients like us to handhold them through and very much support that process, either on site or, increasingly a lot of those conversations and that support is through Zoom. In the first instance, again, some clients want all of the documentation up front. So we can very much organise into folders and upload onto your drives, or some other organisations like to call down each document as and when they're actually dealing with that situation.